Hello, nunks. Nunk people. I need to fix this one. Okay. So I made the Obsession review last night, and I woke up this morning, and I had one new subscriber, and I had 10 views on the video, and I didn't watch the video myself. And so I was like, you know what? I gotta ride the hype train. That's 10 more views and one more subscriber than I thought I was gonna get. And so I was like, maybe I should make another YouTube movie review because that's just so easy for me to talk about stuff like that. And so I was thinking, I just had a cup of coffee, so I'm a little up there. What movie have I watched recently in theaters that's relevant that people would be willing to sit through and watch me talk about? And the only the movie that I had watched recently was The Devil Wears Prada 2. And I actually watched Devil Wears Prada 1 with my family like 2 years ago, and I liked it. And I liked it for the reason that I didn't like this movie, The Devil Wears Prada 2. I saved this movie. I pulled it up on Letterboxd. Because in the Obsession review, I was talking crazy about Letterboxd reviews, so I thought I would just go ahead and pull it up on my iPad. And I actually started recording a video last night, but I like turned my iPad around and it revealed a lot of information that I didn't want revealed. So I just decided to make another review. And all right, so I just have to talk about the movie. I gave it on Letterboxd 3.5 stars, when in reality, I think it would be more of a, for me personally, a 2. But I think it did the original film justice. It was a good sequel to the movie, considering it's a 20-year gap. The director, it was like the same direction, I guess. I don't know. You know, I just learned recently that the director doesn't shoot the film. That guy is called the cinematographist. Cinematographist? Whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and give my review so that then I can rant about whatever I want afterwards. I already gave my review, didn't I? 2.5 stars, maybe 3. I would give The Devil Wears Prada 1 4 stars. I liked it. It's just that these movies weren't made for me, you know. They were made for women and gay guys, I think. Like Stanley Tucci, who, by the way, is not gay. I learned that last night. I was looking it up. Stanley Tucci, let me go. I looked at, is Stanley Tucci gay? No, he's not gay. And he's married to Felicity Blunt, who's the sister of actress Emily Blunt. Didn't know that. But Stanley Tucci, he was divorced, or prior to his current marriage, he was married to Catherine Spaeth. I don't know who that is. But thoughts on the film, I think Meryl Streep, they kind of took away what was good. Which, by the way, Meryl Streep in the first movie looked older, because I watched the first one, not the whole thing, just like clips. When she had like no makeup on, she looked older than she did in the second movie, which is crazy because that's a 20-year gap. Everyone else looks older. Tucci, he didn't look that much older. But this movie was not made for me. And here's my rant. I woke up the morning. This is my mindset when I went into the movie. I woke up that morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. Why would you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, dude? It's because I'm weird. And also in the first, I was breathing really loud, so I'm gonna back up. How's that? You don't care. No, I woke up at 4 in the morning because I wanted to watch this UFC event that was in Australia. okay? And the Australian event started at 4:30 in the morning. So I woke up at 4:30 and I watched the event. I fell asleep at the women's event, sorry. And I woke up at the main event, and my favorite UFC fighter, Jack Della Maddalena, was going up against Carlos Prates, and he got his ass whooped. Let me say that. And everyone around me in my like apartment complex was leaving for the summer, and I was staying for another week. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go watch a movie. And the four movies in the theater, it was the Super Mario Brothers Galaxy movie. Not watching that. The Michael Jackson movie. I don't like music biopic movies. I can make another video on that. And this Irish horror movie, Hokum. And I actually wanted to see that, but I didn't want to get scared. And so I walked in the movie theater, and I thought I was going to be the only person watching this movie, The Devil Wears Prada 2. And it was full on 12 o'clock on a Saturday. It was opening weekend, so I guess that makes sense. But still, I didn't know people cared about this movie that much, which is also why I'm making this review. Um, let's see. Anne Hathaway was great. Emily Blunt was great. Tucci, whatever. The villain of the movie, BJ Novak, spoiler alert, was fine. You know, it was his motivation was like, my dad died. Now I'm going to change the company for better and move towards AI and whatnot. And we're just going to make sure that Runway gets down. They're going down. Not really. I mean, I didn't really understand the movie. And like I don't like fashion. I think I already said that. This. And so when they're doing like the super cool walks on the runway, it's just like I don't care. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? And now I'm gonna review Letterbox reviews. Top Letterbox review, 33,000 likes. Forever my girl. Everyone deserves Nigel in their life. Aww. I don't care. This is actually a rom-com between all the women. Yeah. This is the one I saw that I said I wanted to talk about. I really wish Andy said that's all at the end there. True. I wish that she did say that too. Um, they really said aging is optional. Good thing people are talking. Whiplash for gay people. That was what the first movie felt like. The second one, not so much. Like the first one was more mental, psychological thriller almost. The second one, they like not dumbed it down, but it wasn't like the stakes weren't that high. Like she's so old. Retire. Why is she not retired? My uncle was younger. He's even younger than Meryl Streep, and he's retired. You know, maybe she just loves. Oh, this one got a 1 star. Damn, look at that. This dude wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 paragraphs about how bad of a movie this was. I'm not reading all that. And if I would ask chat to summarize it, but I'm not going to. Here's an Office reference I don't get. That's crazy. I know Michael Scott is making this movie his entire personality again. Guys, what do you think Michael Scott's doing nowadays? He already had so many children at the end of season 7. What was it? At the end of the Office, you know, he had a bunch of kids. He was happy with Holly. What does he do? What does he do now? Is he retired? Have you guys seen the TV show Rooster? This is devolving into just a rant, but I mean, I need 10 minutes for ad revenue. No, I don't. I'm gonna try Carl Anthony Towns cameo and Lady Gaga cameo. I, as a white man, thought that the Carl Anthony Towns cameo was better because it was. I mean, I expect Lady Gaga to be in this movie for some reason. The music was good. The cinematography was fine. Netflix lighting. it's just modern lighting now. I mean, it wasn't produced by Netflix or anything, but I didn't have a problem with it. Also, I mean, I sat in the way back in the theater. Like, I need to stop when I go to the theater by myself, sitting in the way back, because there's always, I'm like autistic, and the speaker's always way too loud. But I don't want to be in the front because then people will show up and then I'm just in their way. I don't want to be in their way. BJ BJ Novak as the villain was a choice. Caleb Heron, who I think is popular, he was in the Pizza movie. I can make a review on that, but the Pizza movie guy who dressed up as the Grinch in a diaper had the job of Andy Sachs when she was at Runway. That was his whole shtick. And I think he was there for comedic effect, but I didn't think he was that funny. I'm just not that funny, I guess. I've hit the 10-minute mark. Thoughts on the film, final thoughts. Would I recommend it? Sure. You know, it was fine. I think women would love it more. Would love it a lot more than me. I think if you're a guy like me watching that movie, you're gonna not enjoy it. But I would recommend it. But you have to watch the first one first, because the second one has so many references to the first one that I picked up on, that if you didn't watch the first one, you would not be able to pick it up on. So Devil Wears Prada 2, final review, I would give it a 2.5 stars. Where's my... I was gonna pull up my own Letterboxd accounts on my phone. Whatever, you know what? I love you guys. Thank you to that one guy that subscribed, or woman, I don't judge. And I had to put on my finest attire for this review. I don't want to leave. What else could I talk about? There's like the movie. There's not much to talk about the movie because I didn't really care. I didn't understand the ending. That's what I was saying. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching for some reason. Have a wonderful week, month, year, day, whatever you want. And if you're in a bad mood, then have a terrible day, you know. I'm gonna have a terrible day. I have to drive 5 hours. So next time you see me, I probably will be reviewing The Mandalorian and Grogu. Yay! I haven't watched the Star Wars project in years. I think it was the Obi-Wan Kenobi show was the last time I watched Star Wars. So hopefully I understand some stuff. I know there's a lot of the Hutts in the movie, and there's some cool guy, the Aura Farms. And Pedro Pascal only has about 10 minutes of FaceTime. Helmetless time? Whatever. And Grogu's there. Baby Yoda. Why do we think Disney made him Grogu and not just keep Baby Yoda? Like if you had some Star Wars guy come out and be like, wow, that guy looks like Yoda, maybe it's Baby Yoda. Then they could sell more plushies, because Grogu's like 5,000 years old or something. You know what I can't wait? I can't wait for the Backrooms movie. I know I'm just ranting at this point, but who cares? The Backrooms movie looks so good. Kane Pixels. I don't know if I want to go onto like the web series and look at all the Backrooms stuff, because I didn't know about the Backrooms until the trailer dropped. And then the trailer dropped and I was very excited. It's the only Letterboxd movie that's on my watch list. It's the only movie on Letterboxd that's on my watch list. Anyways, comment down below what movie should I watch that's super random that I probably haven't watched yet, even though I probably have watched it. And comment what's your favorite drink. Mine's Dr. Pepper. Love you guys. Second time I'm signing off. Devil Wears Prada 2, 2.5 stars. And 10 more seconds till 15 minutes. I can do it. Have a great day. Or don't.